Suck it, losers! All of you! It has been a while, over 5 years in fact, since one of the creatively bankrupt or incompetent ship designers decided to squirt out anything new for the general public to grope and grapple like an underage boy in a Catholic convention. This time it's Falcon the Lazy, the jack of all trades and shitter of none, that decided to spread its legs and offload yet another crotch goblin from the minds of the diligent and genius designers. Presenting Python! Oh, sorry, I mean Python Mark II! Yeah, I can tell you that this is going to be a very creative and groundbreaking release already. Much like it was with crates, right? Well, looking at the stats as a massive surprise to, honestly, literally everyone. Falcon's engineers decided to take their god-tier Python and send it to one of those alpha male training courses, and instead of getting yelled at and abused and scammed for all their worth, it actually worked. Maybe too well. With one extra large hardpoint, 2 more utility slots, massive shields, more speed, while only sacrificing cargo space and some jump range. Wait, hold on. 6 utility slots, massive shields, speed, medium size. Did they sold me a beefed up Furtherlands? Holy shit, they did! Falcon the Lazy literally took the furry lance and slapped a deformed Python body on it and called it a day. How the fuck has Zorgon not sued the shit out of these idiots? It's uncanny. How-wise, the total, after adding the 2, is it? Jesus Christ, it's identical. The shield is straight the same, hull is the same, hell, even the top speed and maneuverability is less than 5% different. And back in the day here I was thinking Zorgon was being incredibly lazy pumping out Mamba, but in comparison to this, Mamba looks, flies like a completely different ship, while Python 2 is literally the same thing, but somehow even better! Oh, wait, no, sorry, it costs a few more extra. Yeah, oh, thank fuck for the price tag, cause, oh, you sure could have fooled me! But seriously though, if this was not bad enough, Python 2 also comes with the newest in FSD technologies, since introduction of the SCO drives, you see. Allowing for the faster supercruise travel, Zorgon decided to compensate for that as well. So the problem of wandering direction and more fuel consumption is also accounted for, slapping SCO compensators inside as well for no extra charge, while allowing the ship to chug the fuel and wander in overcharge less by about 40% than all the other old school ships. And then to completely clown on the furry lance and Zorgon, Python 2 also can jump a lot further, right? So maximum jump range for Furtherlands, 20. Right? 20. Python... Fuck! 28?! With the full fucking gear?! What?! And that leaves me with only one question in my mind. Why the fuck would you ever need to buy a furry lance anymore? So throw that PvP combat ship in the dumpster like an unwanted baby, cause not buying Python 2 is like willfully castrating yourself with a spork. And what a surprise, every ganker and their malformed spouse is switching to Python 2. And the good news don't end there either. Python 2 is also the second ever ship with the 4 large hardpoints, which handily makes the Type 10, the fucking spoiler battle kettle, utterly obsolete as well. No, seriously, tell me, what the fuck is the point of Type 10 anymore? And don't you dare say it's for target practice or space paperweight. Anyone? Yeah, I didn't think so. Seriously, how the fuck have you not been sued yet? Now looking inside, well, this is one of the cockpits of all time. Jesus, somehow they took the Python and made it even more boring. Seems Falcon the Lazy couldn't even scrounge up enough cash for orange paint anymore. Probably in preparation for impending lawsuit. And then, looking outside, well, beyond just being a malformed, more rounded-edged bastardization of Python, in some vain hope they tried to make it look aggressive and fightery. But all in all, it's just one of the designs of all time again. Jeez, I think I haven't bitten into such a concrete slab since I looked at an adder. Another Zorgon design. And boy oh boy, I start to suspect that Falcon is really ripping them off on purpose. But then again, the whole ship gave it away already. The only bizarre and uncanny feature seems to be the thrusters. It seems they are some alternative dimension designs compared to all the other previous ships. This especially is noticeable with the small lateral thrusters. Even Great Phantom and Mamba use the same 100-year-old designs, yet for this new age SEO compensating ship design, it's drastically changed. Now, breaking the character for a bit, it seems that the artist who was tasked to create Python 2 seems not to be given the correct art reference folder, and forgot simply to include the key art features, like the thrusters. But that's just my game theory. And speaking of engines and thrusters, the sound the ship produces rattled the pleasure centers of your brain like a good slab of cocaine. Though I wonder, since this is a literal Furtherlands again, what the fuck did Falcon's engineers do to the poor engine to make it sound like a hiccuping scooter on steroids? Now sure, it kinda sounds cool, but I can't but to think that my thrusters are not bolted on correctly, and upon the tighter turn it will simply fly off. Now switching then to weapons and power. Now tell me, what would happen if you strap even more weapons to already one of the, if not the best combat ships in the game?
Warning, taking heat damage.
Yeah, you're cooking. But seriously though, having the same power distributor as Furtherlands rather than the original Python will cost you in terms of sustainability. Now sure, like a Chad alpha male, you can blast and fuck bitches quick. But boy oh boy, the roid rage and health problems of low stamina and intellect will quickly follow suit. Still, that and the internal space is the only reason why Python 2 hasn't replaced single-handedly Crate 2 as the anti-Xeno ship. But even so, this is such a small price to pay for all the benefits and boons you get with it. It really doesn't matter. And here I have to break the character again. This ship is literally overpowered. This is the level of bullshit I haven't seen in the game, and it's disgusting to see. Now, like pulling baby teeth from a toddler with a motorcycle chain, you have to ask the question, why the fuck is this ship so good? And the answer, like a massive stinky diaper, quickly finds the way to your nostrils. Python was the first ever ship to be released in the so-called early access for real money. Or to any normal brains out there, Frontier was using FOMO tactics to squeeze money from the players. And of course, in order to force people to shell out money, well, you have to make the next ship, next thing desirable. And boy oh boy, taking FTL and making it even more overpowered sure does the trick, doesn't it? And so those with even 2 brain cells to rub together every time they look at the Python 2 and see those 6 hardpoints and SEO affinity, that performance, especially that massive jump range, you will no longer think of, oh well, this ship was made to be balanced to fill a specific gap or a role between its peers. But instead, though the sound feels unearned to a certain degree. Yeah. And again, all of this is done in order to make the ship more appealing, not because the ship needed it to be, but because they wanted to sell fucking early access. And that's the shittiest part about these new ships. Every single thing that is good about these ships, you always have to consider. Did they make it because the ship needed the cool thing to have? Or because they wanted to sell a copy of it to a FOMO simp. And guess what? It worked! Frontier Developments tricked people into droves to buy this early access FOMO, as they report on their own financial reports. This truly sickens me. Oh, but of course, let's not forget that if you purchase these ship packages, that too is pay to win. Not only you get the ship right away, where the real advantage is the so-called time saved, but also you get no rebuy for the ship and the ability to deploy the ship anywhere with the shipyard. I frankly am utterly disgusted by this flagrant cash grab, and it only is the beginning. But for now, Python 2 is literally a copy-pasted Furtherlands, but better in every meaningful way, with little to no drawbacks. This is the epitome of laziness and greed manifested. Oh sure, now that the FOMO early access period is over, anyone can pick it up, but the pay-to-win ship packages still exist, and that effect still carries on. And most of all, the ship itself makes the game simply worse. Because of the existence of Python 2, Furtherlands is utterly obsolete, as well as a few other ships. One of which, funnily enough, is Type 10. And this is the cost of making something OP in any game. You don't make the game cooler or more fun, more badass to use. You make the rest of the game, tools nor gameplay, utterly useless and waste of space and time. And I don't want to see the Furrylands get tossed to the dumpster. Hell, not even the fucking Type 10. But that's what's happening. Yeah, and tell me now, Frontier, was it worth money grubbing? Do you even didn't care anymore about the balance of the game like you did when you released Mamba. And so, Python 2 is here to stay, and forever will be known as the ship that started the era of pay to win, and in fact is pay to win. With the game balance, you have to make sure that things that are designed to be role-specific, right? These role-specific items would be, better, and they would excel, they would have that character. But when you have a ship that just unequivocally beats any other part or item, what else that came before, well, you just have a game full of garbage tools. There's just one answer to your problem. Rather than take a bigger ship and sacrifice something, or take a small ship and sacrifice something else. There's no intricacy. It's boring, it's bland, it's stale. And boy oh boy is Python 2 an epitome of failure. Hey, I want my Ferdinands to be even better. Here, Python Mark 2. Yay! Fuck! Come on! Let me know if I'm wrong, but what the fuck is the point of Type 10 anymore? At least you could say, well, hey, yeah, it had hard points for anti-Xeno, even though for anti-Xeno it's a piece of shit regardless, because it's a fat fucking cow! Regardless. You could build it out as a, support barge, if you will, but... Target practice. Oh, yeah. Yep, Type 10 is a target practice. I agree. It's fun to destroy. Yep. It has a free spoiler. Yep. It's great for meme builds. Yep. Boom.